First goal wins. Done. Rolls back to his left.
This is Grant Ament.
6 seconds to shoot for Grant Ament.
Shot clock winding down in overtime. About to throw one of the craziest passes this league has ever seen.
Flips it inside. Ambler.
What's up, guys? In this episode, we're going to be talking about Grant Ament, his crazy sidearm passes, where they came from, and how they're elevating the sport of lacrosse.
I know you're supposed to ask me the questions. I have one for you.
How do you do that?
How?
Okay, we will get back to that play, but first, we need to understand who is Grant Ament. Because to understand his unique passing style, we need to know where it came from. Grant was born in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, where he started playing lacrosse in first grade because his older brothers played and he wanted to be just like them. And when he got to sixth grade, he made the decision that it was his dream to one day play at Penn State and eventually go pro. But he wasn't a typical athlete.
I was always the smallest kid on the field growing up, and it really bothered me. The other thing was really just the stick skill side of things, and that's where lacrosse separates. One of the beauties of the sport is, you don't need to be 6'4" to be successful.
From there, Grant started finding new ways to utilize his size and score, like this sidearm pass right here.
I distinctly remember getting yelled at in sixth grade for throwing those. But, my thought process was, I'm not the biggest guy, all right? So my arms aren't that long. So if I throw it straight overhand, it's pretty easy for a defender to be able to pick off. The moment that I extend my arms out, well, then it completely changed. Once I got to Penn State, I studied the defense, and if you ask any defensive coach in the country what a defender's supposed to do off ball, he's supposed to put his stick up and in the passing lane. So my thought is, okay, I can't go over that because these guys are already bigger than me, so I'm gonna go under it. And so when I throw it, the ball never really travels higher than shoulder height.
So Grant took that skill and racked up 191 assists during his time at Penn State, becoming the all-time assist leader there and in the Big Ten. And in 2020, Grant was drafted #1 overall.
First pick, the Archers select Grant Ament from Penn State.
And went on to unleash his abilities at the championship series.
Great look inside, Grant Ament. First goal as a pro. Nice move by Grant Ament. Wow. Down to Grant Ament. McKay from up top. Ament, skip pass.
Okay, pause. If you read the title of this video, you're probably wondering, where is Tom Schreiber? I came here for Tom Schreiber. Give me Tom Schreiber. We're getting there.
Grant actually wasn't the first player in the PLL to do these crazy passes. We actually saw it in 2019.
Here's Schreiber down the alley, whips it over, got it through, they score! How about the feed from Tom Schreiber through traffic?
Now, if you don't know who Tom Schreiber is, that's a whole nother issue. We're gonna get you up to speed.
Tom Schreiber grew up on Long Island, where he began playing the sport of lacrosse at a young age. He later attended St. Anthony's High School, where in 4 years he scored over 200 points, was a 2-time All-American, and won a Catholic League championship.
Golden goal, next one wins. Watch the pass from Tommy Schreiber. Colin Clive, it is over.
Tom would then go on to Princeton, where he'd score another 200 points, break the points record for a midfielder, was a Tewaaraton finalist. There's a ton more accolades to mention, but the point is, Tom's had an unbelievable career so far. But what we want to know right now is how he developed this unique passing ability.
Originally, it was just bad fundamentals. As time went on, I kind of realized I could release the ball quicker and really just utilize my wrists and forearms over like a big motion to pass the ball.
7-6 for Chaminade. The legend Tommy Schreiber to Brendan Schroeder.
My stick was always really tight. I never played with a deep pocket, so I kind of had to keep my hands pretty tight and just kind of zip the ball out. That was kind of the game that I wanted to play and be dangerous in as many ways as I could.
This is Tom Schreiber, led all middies in assists in 2019. He can score 2. Bounces in his first goal.
So we've seen how both Tom and Grant have evolved their game through sidearm passing. But what's interesting is the impact they've had on each other.
Grant Ament with it. Now 5 seconds left in the quarter. Behind the back to Schreiber. Wow!
Watching Grant play, like it's such a unique style because he has the behind the back pass. He has those low angle passes. He doesn't need to see his target. He's just got layers and layers to his game. And I think, him and I are similar in that approach.
Tom's a guy who I want to be in his shoes in 5 years.
So, using both of their playing styles, let's break this skill down, starting with Grant and what he's taken from Tom's passing ability.
It's not necessarily the stick angle. He just throws the ball so hard. That is what I've taken from him, because if you look at Tom, he's throwing the ball like 80 miles an hour through the heart of the defense.
Schreiber down the alley, whips it over, got it through, they score!
Most defenses are taught, if you're furthest away from the ball, to slough in and kind of help guard the crease and, kind of almost pre-rotate your slides a little bit. And I think being able to throw a longer pass and, from different angles as well, where it's not all that telegraphed, you can get it out quick and really zip it there, right? It puts the defense in a tough spot. In terms of technique, right, it's just a hard pull with your bottom hand and a push with the top and a hard snap of your wrist. So you're almost like breaking your wrist, kind of like a basketball shot, and really utilizing that to deliver those passes over, a bigger motion where you're getting your hands way back and telegraphing a pass.
Schreiber, the no look and a quick spin.
Next up is Grant's vision and accuracy, which is what Tom attributes as his greatest strength when making these passes.
He just sees everything. As a rookie, to be able to see all of those looks and be able to execute them so quickly is really super impressive.
And to see this in action, we had Grant break down this iconic play against Chrome in overtime.
First goal wins.
I tried going to the top side.
Goes back to his left.
He saw it coming. Shot clock was winding down.
6 seconds to shoot for Grant Ament.
A bunch of guys were cutting to the ball, but Ryan was really just kind of staying on that backside. And I saw that lane. I knew that little bunch around the crease, they were going to be taking some risks off, and Ryan would have had a more one-on-one opportunity. And with his skill level, I think he's one of the more undervalued guys in the league. Kind of just put it up for him, let him make a play.
Flips it inside. Ambler, ball game!
Like I said, an unbelievable catch and finish by him.
So this unbelievable catch by Ryan Ambler brings us to the final part of how to execute passes like this.
I want to be an opportunistic feeder. I take a lot of pride in putting the ball in a position for them to be able to make a play. They're working the same way for me.
He goes with his left hand all the way to his offside hip, almost like a goalie. Snares that on the opposite side of Pulver. I mean, this is an absurd catch.
And I think the chemistry does take a little bit to build.
I'm super lucky I play with Will Manny and Marcus Holman, guys that are always ready and knowing that they can be a threat anywhere on the field.
Maybe Schreiber will do so. Punches it inside.
Just make my job a whole lot easier and are a ton of fun to play with.
Schreiber to Manny in a split second.
They've been doing this since high school.
Looking back at all this, it's wild to have seen the passing skills develop from both Tom and Grant. Even more to see Grant execute them as a rookie. And it's actually Grant's relationship with Tom that helped unlock that execution and ultimately elevate the rest of the team.
He and I had a long conversation kind of before the tournament, and he told me what he regretted from his rookie year of professional lacrosse was,
I wish I didn't defer so much. I wish I didn't, shy away, and I wish I had some more confidence and kind of showed what I can do immediately.
So he told me kind of first conversation, it's like, you have the ability, go out and take it.
The number 1 overall pick, coming off an incredible college career. I just wanted him to know that he has all the skills needed to be really, really good right away, and that he shouldn't shy away from anything. And I'm certainly glad that he didn't.
But for me, as someone who's looked up to him, and in my opinion, and I think a lot of people's opinion, he is the best player in the world. That's all the confidence in the world that I need. And I mentioned it earlier, but yes, I was a rookie this past year, and I had a decent year, but I was still a rookie. So there were still those nerves, and Tom, I think, and Marcus and Will and all those guys, their constant support system, I think really allowed me to kind of play beyond my years.
Tom!
I didn't even see that. I don't know what just happened. What just happened? What just happened? What just happened?
That's it for this week's episode. Lisa, what can they win?
They can win a Grant Ament or Tom Schreiber name and number tee. All you have to do is tell us one thing you learned about them in this episode.
And you know what? I'm going to tack something on. It wasn't even in the script. It's 20% off of the shop.
Wow.
Yeah, on me.
Very nice of you.
Yeah, you can get a penny too, because those are live.
They are live. This shirt is not live.
That's not a penny, but this... Wait, what do you mean it's not live?
Like, this is like their practice t-shirt.
Oh, Lisa's flexing a shirt that's not available in the shop.
Not available.
Wow. Well, you can get a penny and get a start on your holiday shopping. Make sure to like this video, comment down below to win, and...
Subscribe.
That too. We'll see you next week.
Ambler, that was dumb. Oh my God. It's good, right? Yeah, baby! Oh my God.
Together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Together. Where's Ambler? I need to give you another hug.
Dude, way to have a good catch there.
We started running off the field. I didn't see the goal. Wow. What time is it? I was gonna say, it's past my bedtime.